Hi, my name is Herb Penner. I'm with Maxim Truck and Trailer. I am the fluid infiltration specialist, and today we want to illustrate and demonstrate fuel-related issues. Our primary product and related to fuel issues, and the number one root cause of all fuel issues, is water and moisture. Our product, EnerFuel, is a patented technology to manage moisture issues in fuel. So we're going to give you a quick demonstration on how this works and operates and repairs fuel issues. So we have some diesel fuel in the test tubes here, and we're going to simulate like this is a bulk fuel tank and a heavy truck gas tank or a bus tank or a jerry can. It doesn't matter, any fuel cell. And what we're going to do here is we're going to introduce a little bit more parts per million of water. And I think what we'll do is we're going to add, I'll have to count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have our 3 equal amounts of diesel fuel and parts per million of water. You should be able to see the water at the very bottom of the tube here. And we're going to show you how EnerFuel fixes and disperses a true technology of water dispersion. We're going to use a couple of other products that are on the market, and not that they work, but they don't work quite as well as what EnerFuel does. So we're going to simulate a product and show you how it helps with water by adding the additive into it. We're just going to give it a little mix and show you how most products will either emulsify or demulsify, encapsulate, or separate. And with this illustration is now this fuel has been treated. If this was your big truck, or this is your bus, or this is your bulk fuel tank. And most of them will try and suspend it in a specific gravity. However, it will tend to all settle out and go back to the bottom. Why we do this illustration, and we use a product, a water finding paste, in order to identify the water that is still within that mixture. So by taking a little bit of paste, showing you with just actual water, how it identifies and changes to purple. So we're going to take a little bit more water finding paste, and we're going to add it into this tube that's been treated. And we want to show you that that product has not dispersed the water. It is still within that product. Different tube, same amount of water. We're going to give this a little bit of a mix. And we're going to show you on an emergency situation, an alcohol-based product. We're just going to mix it up just like this was, you're doing an emergency gel fuel system, and how that can be very dangerous for your injectors. And again, most of it wants to suspend it up in the fuel, but you'll see if it sits, it will still accumulate and fall back down to the bottom. So with our EnerFuel product, which is a hydropolar bonding process, and what it does, it disperses the molecules apart. So you got your hydrogen and carbon chain of fuel, H2O, which is your water. We're going to take the hydrogen molecule from the water and bond it to the fuel chain of fuel. On the diesel side, we don't need the oxygen. The oxygen will be released. So now we're going to take a look at this EnerFuel, and we're actually going to fix this and add it on top of that product just to show you. We're going to give it a little shake. And you're going to see how the molecules are going to try and fight with the paste to find it and repair the water and disperse it. So now that we've actually introduced the EnerFuel over on top of the product, as you can see, it has cleared it completely up and dispersed the water molecules, and there is no longer any water left in this mixture. This is the result, and this is why you use EnerFuel. Now we're going to move on to the second tube where we've had the diesel fuel, we've put a little bit of extra moisture in here, built up in the bulk tank or a truck tank or a bus tank or a jerry can or a slip tank, and you'll see that the water has accumulated at the bottom. And this is an emergency product where it's supposed to get you going in 30 minutes or less. However, when it's doing this, it's taking those water molecules right down to the rail to your injectors and can cause severe injector damage. So we're just going to take a little bit more paste and just give you a quick look and see that it has not done anything with the water. The water is still in the tank. And this is why it's dangerous using some of these products. This is what you're going to be still bringing down to your injectors. And this can be very damaging to the engine. And we're just going to show you as it clears up the fuel and fixes it all, it's also dispersing the water. And this is now perfectly good fuel. So now we're going to move on to the third one, and we're going to do a quick demonstration and illustration on diesel fuel and water and EnerFuel by itself. So we're going to take a little bit of water refining paste again, and we're going to just show you, just like the other two. And we just want to show you that the water is still within this fuel. We will take our EnerFuel product and same process, and we're going to add it to this fuel, and we're going to fix it up and clean it up. And as you can see, we now have clean, clear fuel, which is the best fuel stabilizer you'll ever find. Okay, so now we're just going to put a little bit more water refining paste on this and show you that we have now completely removed the water from this fuel. And there's no longer any water in this fuel. That is the goal on how to treat your fuel properly. Best fuel stabilizer there is. So just a quick overview of the Enertech product lines that are available at Maxim Truck and Trailer. The EnerFuel, which will manage your moisture issues in all fuel tanks. Our winter formula products. We have an extreme cold and the polar flow for any anti-gelling. We have some service products for fuel injection service. And we have an emergency product which is called the Thought. And this is for emergency only, that will reliquefy any gelled issue and or freezing. We now also have some gas products as well to complement the line for any ethanol blended fuels. This is one of the best stabilizers and best phase separation reverse engineered product there is. And the OctaPlus is also a gasoline product, but it's very highly cleaning detergents. Extremely good products.